G'day, my name is King Admiral Commander Black Dragon Double Elite at your service. Now you notice on the right hand corner, where are you, mouse? I've got to pause this first so we don't get too slowly. Now you notice probably on the right hand corner down there, David Bradman. He is basically he's the main person who created this program called Elite, and I got a newsletter from him in the email. So what I've done is I've actually made it into text to speak. So I'm going to play that now as it's drifting through space.
Welcome to the Elite Dangerous newsletter number 123. This week, we're celebrating the launch of the Engineers 2.1 beta, hearing from David Braben about the beta process, learning some fascinating details about the galactic simulation, unveiling some new paint jobs in the store, catching up with the latest Galnet news and much more. As always, you can hear the latest news and updates directly from the development team on our forums, Twitter, Facebook, community homepage, and right here in the newsletter every week, and we're always eager to hear your feedback. Pick up the Elite Dangerous Horizons Season Pass today for £24.99, €33.99 or $37.99.
Terraformable planets here.
Contents this week. Letter from David Braben.
We'll scan this whole lot, including the moon
Upgrade
now.
to the Engineers 2.1 beta now. Horizons highlights. The Engineers beta. The Galactic Simulation. New paint job packs in store now. 2.1 The Engineers tutorial live stream. Galnet Focus. Arena CQC live stream, episode 14, Marked Man. Mailslet Sardines subreddit challenge. Reddit AMA series. Community goals update. Comes chatter. Letter from David Braben. As I write this, the beta of the Engineers is about to go live. The team have done a great job, pulling together so many different elements that make the game richer, deeper, better in so many ways. It is a beta, so there may be things that are broken or unbalanced, and we'd love your feedback. For this beta in particular, what will be most useful is to test the balancing of the new weapons and modules, when used in all sorts of different ways, on different ships. There are so many new things beyond the roughly 500,000 unique human characters we have added, so I won't list them here. But look out for Michael Brooks' change list on our forums for more details. See you in the beta. I'm Commander Braben. I fully expect to see myself destroyed on YouTube again, but you never know. I might even have one or two of the new weapon upgrades on some huge beam lasers. Right on, Commander. Back to contents. Upgrade to the Elite Dangerous Horizons beta access now. We're very pleased to announce that the 1.6 and the Engineers 2.1 beta is now live. The Engineers 2.1 includes a host of new features for Horizons owners to enjoy, and 1.6 enriches the core gameplay experience for all Elite Dangerous players. The Engineers 2.1 update brings headline features such as loot and crafting and mission updates. In addition to this, we have a jaw-dropping amount of other changes coming too. Be sure to check out our extensive change log for all the details. The development team have been working incredibly hard, and we're really excited to begin the beta and have some fun over the coming weeks. If you don't already have beta access, Horizons owners can upgrade by visiting the Frontier store for only $9.99, €9.49, £6.99 or 562 rubles. The beta is an important and fun part of the development process. Come and join us. and get early hands-on with the new content and help find anything that's not quite right, reporting any feedback in our beta feedback forum and bugs in our beta bug forum. The Engineers 2.1 and 1.6 beta will work in 3 phases, as detailed in this post on the community site, and we also have some great events going on in the beta to entertain you. Back to contents. Horizons highlights. The Engineers beta. The Engineers 2.1 beta has only been available for 24 hours, but already people are experimenting with the countless tweaks and new mechanics in the beta build. Here's a small sample of the highlights we've noticed since we went live yesterday. Obsidian Ant has already uploaded his first video about the Engineers 2.1 beta, flying over 2 of the Engineers bases, and making some intriguing discoveries. Commander Wells was impressed by the improved look of the planet's surfaces, and left some tracks when posting this image on Reddit. Commander Atua of the Elite Racers posted this GIF of himself hitting over 600 meters per second in an Eagle, using drives enhanced by the Engineers. One of our designers, Michael Evans, has told us that this isn't nearly the fastest speed you can reach. Commander Dekiza was greeted in an interesting way when he decided to engage silent running on approach to a station. Back to contents. The Galactic Simulation. In this week's The Engineers 2.1 feature we will focus on the underlying galactic simulation, the layers of activity beneath the surface of Elite Dangerous. Throughout the human bubble in the Elite Dangerous galaxy, there is a vast network of interlinked trade routes. Nice. These can be seen on the galactic map, showing the movement of all sorts of goods from Onion Head to Palladium, between systems. This traffic represents hundreds of thousands of ships moving these goods around the galaxy behind the scenes. All players affect this commodity market with each trade they make, but player trading makes the most difference in markets and systems with the lowest populations. These are the wilder outposts, not well served by regular deliveries. There is more risk in these outer reaches. But, where there is risk, there is reward. The factions controlling systems outside of the superpowers of the Federation, Empire, and Alliance, range from benign governments that simply get on with running their local economies, to militaristic and often corrupt or even criminal regimes. They are much more strongly influenced by player actions. The local populations do not tend to be as politically active in these systems and just go with the current regime. So it is player influence alone that can push them into the different, more extreme, states, subject only to the political inertia of the faction, something that happens quite a lot.
Oh, that must be finished then. Well, I did hope you liked that little podcast, or broadcast there I should say. It was technically a broadcast / podcast. So we'll get rid of the image. Okay, just curious if it shows up. Oh, looks pretty good on there, I'm happy with that. Let's get concentrating back onto here. I'll get rid of that image in a minute. But for now on, I'm going to do each newsletter when it comes out. I'm going to do a quick video of the newsletter, and I'll just put a picture up as we go along, and we'll do that. And so I can add pictures. I don't know if I can add them on the go, but if I can, I'll try to add pictures on the go, because I think you can hit add. Let's have a look. One of the pictures I did like was this one from the. Okay, so let's shrink this down. Oh, didn't want to cover my face there. What's this one? So I might have to get them to probably put them in different spots or different angles and so forth like that. Now, that was one of the pictures actually mentioned in the in the newsletter. I should have took more of the pictures. I didn't think about it, but I should have. I thought one of these two would be terraformable. But I do find I've watched a couple of videos by Chaos Wolf, and he seems to done some really interesting videos. Now, I think they're going to be permanent, but I'm not quite sure. I'd have to get. I haven't read either here or there. It's like it's like similar to upgrade the weapons. You've got to go to the engineer place, right? And you got to do jobs for them to get into the engineer, as far as I know. Then you've got you've got to get the weapons, of course. That might help, but you've got to get it's like shooting the rocks. It's like you shoot the rocks to get the material. Don't know how you're going to get the material in the first place. Like some you have, so it looks like you might have to shoot more rocks. Now that is going to be probably annoying, to say the least. So that's going to be a time-consuming and annoying thing. They might have to find an easier way to do that, or I don't know. They'd have to find something that you could do to get those without spending hours and hours and hours and months just shooting rocks just to get a couple of things for your ship. So next time when they produce an email, a newsletter, I'm going to be taking the pictures out and putting them as I'm flying along into here as the speeches continue on as well. Now, if you use these materials on, say, a weapon or part of the hull or other things, I'm not quite sure. So it looks like one you can actually boost your thing. Are they a time-related thing, or are they permanent? Now that's the question you have to ask. If they're time-related thing, it's kind of annoying. It'd be like putting your power onto, like, perfect example. You go into your inventory, go into materials, synthesize. Now, you can synthesize that and change things. Okay, let's go into materials. Iron does this thing here. Alright, and you can synthesize stuff that gives you more things, like increase your power, 25 jump range and so forth like that. But that's only a temporary use of using that. But I'm just wondering if hello. We'll have to go to this one. I wonder if it's going to be permanent, or as in the other one it's going to be what would you call it? Temporarily. So that's a question I want to ask and see if that's going to work out, if they're going to bring out something to say that. So let's go and we'll have a look at that. Now we go into orbital lines off. We'll go to external camera to have a look, and we'll turn the head tracking back on. And we'll lose this picture because we don't need that there at the moment. So that works. I'm actually impressed with that. It brings up different pictures and so forth. But yeah, as I said before, I can put extra power into my weapons. I can put extra jump range into my jump drive, but they're only once-off use. And so forth. I want to know if the engineers are going to be a permanent one or once-off use. If it's once-off use, it's going to be, do you really want to sit down and spend hours and hours doing that, or do you want to do something else? So we're coming up for a flyby. Angle it slightly down. Go to external camera. As I said before, I'm only going to fly by terraformable planets or ones that I think look really good. So there's a lot of questions that still got to be answered there. That is a beautiful planet. Honestly, I wish they could have made it landing on the atmospheric planets already. or landing even onto space stations or space docks on atmospheric planets. And then I'd actually add walking around with that as well, so you can actually walk around a city. You go to Earth, land on Earth, and actually go visit certain cities. Now that would be awesome. Well, we're going to say goodbye to this particular planet. As it drifts off into the universe. Now I've still got a long way to go before I can actually get to this other place. I think I had 2,000 light years at least to jump. So I was happy with that one. Let's go have a look at the next one. I might even come back earlier. Depends on how many weeks I'm out here, and depends on where I am at the current time. Because when they bring, I think when they bring out the next engineer stuff and that, I might come back, because there was a whole thing that Chaos Wolf mentioned that could be good for explorers, like increasing the hull and stuff like that. Now that I might consider seriously coming back for. The weapons stuff, yeah, not so much. I'll do that when I go back into fighting, and I'll do videos as I go fighting, but I really want to get to this nebula. And I've still got a fair bit. You can see it there. Let's see if anybody else is on Chaos Wolf's one. Right? No. Ah, spin. Oh. Yep. And who we got over here? Oh. Tsugunami's over there. So we were here not too long ago. We're slowly getting to this point. We'll get there in no hurry, but I might... Oh, hello. This part here might look interesting. You get that little bit of red there, so that might look interesting. So I don't know if I'll go this way or go... I don't know if I'll go this way or go directly towards the core after I hit that point, or come out here a little bit. I don't know if I can cross that. I'll come out here a bit or come up along around here. Not quite sure which way I'm going to go. Or head back to Civilization to pick up, to try my luck at getting the new stuff, like from the engineers, and seeing what they're like. Oh, the wrong. I always do that. So we'll see how we go, which way we want to travel once we hit this nebula, explore the systems in it. And we'll see if we want to go into the harder core or come back. Depends on how many weeks or months or when they're going to bring that out. Oh, that's where he is. Oh, I've got a ship there. What have I got docked there? That's probably Sidewinder or something like that. I think I got a Sidewinder dock there. Oh, now I just flew straight past it. I always do this. So you go, get sidetracked, and you go, yeah, it's okay, it's only, I haven't lost much time, I think. I don't mind. But it's going to be interesting to see what the new engineers are going to be bringing out with that. And any other goodies they're going to bring out, which will be good. I'm a bit disappointed though, but if I've heard right, that you only get 3 heatsink launches instead of 4. Now, I'm a little bit disappointed with that, because like, okay, when you're throwing off your heat charge, right? Great. Slow down. When you're throwing off your, say, shield cell bank, and then you throw wrong one again. And then you throw a heatsink launcher, you can have it set up so you've got 4 heatsink launchers and 4 shield cell banks, and that works. Now, you then find, okay, you've got several several shield cell banks. I only have 4, and also they also have it's not terraformable. Now, okay, we'll go to the next one, and they have, say, 6 ones that you could actually use to shoot off. Now, that made it annoying because you only have 4, so you'd have to have 2 heatsink launchers as you're firing off your things, and you'll end up having 2 extra ones. Now, that is interesting, but we'll see how what they do with that one, because hopefully they're not going to nerf it. They realise their mistake and they leave it back to 4. Alright, what they should do is find ways to make it improve them. Using probably the engineers. I don't know if you could do this. Maybe with certain engineers you might be able to find ways to improve. Say your heatsink launcher to make it colder. Can you increase the duration of your heatsink launchers? So when it cools your system down, it cools it down lower and increases the time you can stay in silent running. Yeah, look at this. Oh wow, so there's a level over there. Now, as I said before, this is why I love head tracking and I love the XSplit, because as far as I'm concerned, there's no other ship that you get this view. Alright? Like there's other ships you can look up and you won't see anything above you, like bars, wise. You can use that even on the Sidewinder type thing. But you don't get this really beautiful open cockpit. Okay, you could get a Type 9, but then of course a Type 9 jump range is so terrible, it's not funny. And when you look down, it looks like he's walking off onto a platform here. I know the Type 9s is like multi-layered, and I don't really like that. I don't mind it, but we're good for exploring. Imagine that you go explore Type 9 and 2 weeks later you come back up. Where did I go to? I wonder, in the ships, are they going to put like bunk beds and stuff like that into a captain's room? Are they going to design that inside the ship so you could literally just go cruise along, push the cruise, get up and walk, or get the ship to get to a destination you want to go to, alright, and you want to go to sleep, and you can pretend to sleep in the game as you go to sleep in real world. That's an interesting theory. You get sort of like an auto cruise. I want to go from A to B. It's going to take ages. It calculates the jumps or calculates the different distance, how long it's going to take you. And now there is supposed to be, I heard, new ships, new exploring stuff like that, stuff that you can enter the atmosphere, but that's probably later on. Won't be in this edition, I don't think. And they've got 2 unique SRV hangars now. Okay. That's nothing. This will be just, I think, another metal-rich planet. This looks okay, but just, yeah, or high metal planet. But not worth, as before. I want to only go for a past terraform ones, or ones that look really, really cool, like Earth-like type ones with, say, rings around them and stuff like that. Now, it's going off a tangent there. So, what? Like, you're going to get these new ships that you can get into, like, closer to the sun and stuff like that. So that'd be more or less good for sort of explorers, but also good for other things. Now, so I was talking about the vehicle hangars. Now, so far you can get a H2G. One draws more power, one's heavier, and so forth. But I wonder what the difference is. Why put 2 in there? Right? are they uniquely just because it's just that? Why not just have one? I don't see the point of having two. That's just my personal opinion. Why are they going to be for different ships? Like you can be able to put, say, vehicle in one and one of these so-called new flies in another one. Now let's have a look if this one is worthwhile. No. So out of that, we got one terraformable, which is not too bad. The Earth mass is 2.12505. G's about 1.50. It's not too bad for a terraformable one. So that's just my personal opinion. Now I thought I had 14 jobs to go. It's giving me bad luck already. It's saying close to 13, but I don't believe in bad luck in this one. Oh well, we'll continue on to jump and have a look at the next system, shall we?
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
As I said before, I'll continue on with live streaming, and I'll also put this onto YouTube so people can see it on YouTube as well. I'm going to continue on watching Chaosward's video because it's very interesting how he makes his videos, and they're very well made. Okay, so what do we got here? None are going to be terraformable because they've got the blue rings around, or half blue ring. They're all going to be just basically metal rich or high metal planets. That's about it. This is probably the only one it could be, but I don't think it will be. But everything else is pretty much just, going to be what they are. To be able to land on them, get resources from them. I'm not going to land on it because we saw what happened last time I landed on one. But I will scan the moon there as well, just because I can, to get information for later.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Let's scan it. Don't want to be anywhere near the sun.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Now it's done. And we'll keep scanning the rest of them. Just a high metal funnel. I'm not going to overly worry about everything else too much. Yep, another one. So we have a look at each one. If one of these gets eventually terraformed, will be wrapped. But can't win everything. Now I have tried setting filters. Here we are. So you can see normally, okay, we're here. I'll try set the filters so we can have a look. Okay, so the ones we don't want, we don't want asteroid clusters. So I'll turn that off. Okay, so now this is what's unexplored. We can target here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 places. Go into the system map, which I've discovered this before, so we've got to count. Okay, so we've got 1. Okay, that's brings forward. So we've got 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 places. Now, unless these have been part of it, so if we just counted these ones, so we've We've got 3 here. 6, 9. Where is the 11th one? Alright. See, that's unexplored now, the one we had targeted. There's one next to it that had target. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's the closest. So that's not the one we want. We just turned off that one. Right, so this is where I think maybe do I turn the other set of filters so they. Okay, so if I turn that off. Okay, these ones are set. Okay, maybe I'm going to turn it that way. Aha. That's it. That's better. Now I was actually doing it the wrong way. I never really used it because I thought you just you hit that one and it turned them off. But that's the one you turned off, like if they're left open, like same as when you're charging. I never sat there. Well, okay. Well, I look like a bit of a bimbo there then. But can we turn off? Let's have a look. What else we can turn off in here? So you got planets and moons. I want those. I want landable planet. Okay, maybe no planets and moons you need because. Let's see. If you can turn off planets and moons that aren't profitable, then you can turn off like this one here. You can turn off the asteroid clusters. You can turn off those ones. See, look, they're all landable planets. So at the moment, I can turn off that one because the only ones on this place we want to examine are going to be landable ones then. But if we turn off planets and moons, right now. The only ones we want, we can ignore this one then, and we can ignore the 2 clusters. So all it should pick up is the landable ones here, and there's the one landable one over there as well. And that should work. So let's. Okay, go into target. Go to that one. And that way there should make exploring a bit easier. But planets and moons also could be normal planets that are terraformable, so I'm going to try to we'll keep scanning each system, and if it works then yes, we'll have I'll keep it like this. If it doesn't work then I'm going to have to turn on planets and moons if I see a particular body that has those. So I just want to find a faster way where I can explore this part so I can just pretty much go down the list and just pretty much point my ship to where I need to go to the next one, and so forth. It's a lot quicker to do it this way than it is to go to system map and move your mouse over and then do that. But the filters have to be looked at carefully. I'm going to jump the next jump. I'll have a look. What I'm going to do is I'll have a quick look at it this way, and then we'll go into system map to make sure there's stuff there that we could have missed otherwise after we ring the dinner bell type thing. It's just see why are they okay, that's 3,000 Ks away and this one's 20. Okay, says that one's next, we'll go to that one. Oh, this one 300. Feels like I'm going the opposite way again. I really love to see a device where you could just have something that you could use, like you get your ping, scans to that, instead of going out to the planets you could send out a couple of droids. Like in Star Wars, you could send them out to different planets, they can land on the planets, get the information from the planets, come back up to your ship and give you all the information that you need to know. Now, if you need to then take another step and take it to a full detailed surface scan of the planet. Now that would be interesting. Now I'm hoping it's not, that filter's not going to pick up anything other than what I want it to pick up. We got one, as before, we're going to have one moon that's landable on this one, which is annoying, but well. So each one of them, as before, each one of the newsletters, I'm going to be producing a text to speech and add it in each one in each newsletter. If something else I find interesting to talk about, I will. I continue watching other people's videos who've made videos of the beta. I was tempted to buy the beta, but it sort of crashed as far as I'm aware. But it only runs though for 3 weeks, I've been told, and you're only going to buy it for Horizon. So I really wish they'd bring out the lifetime pass again, because I would love to buy that. But since they're not going to be doing stuff like that, just I don't think for a while, I hope they do it soon, because I want to buy that. I didn't have enough money at the time when I wanted to buy it, when it first came out. But we'll go from there. Live and learn. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 more places to discover. That's not right, is it? How many places we got? Let's slow it right down, and I'm going to go into the system map in a second. Start scanning this one first, then I'll go into the system map. Got it. They got 4, but there's only 3. Got the sun. Has that been discovered? Yeah, it's been discovered. This will tell me where I'm discovering. Ah, yep. 1, 2, 3. That one hasn't been explored. That's been explored, so we're getting there. I'll laugh if I see one of those, a base one of these that's come along, scan it, go, hey, that's landable. Oh, why are there bases on there? Now that'd be fun. Now, I hope they, unless they're going to use AI explorers or something like that, I'm trying to figure how AI would be. I think that's the one we don't need to explore, that one there. I'll double check that. Get this one to start to explore. Oh, that looks nice, that's up. Now we'll quickly look into the system map again, and I can't wait for the ships that can actually fly into the sun and look at the look really inside the sun and stuff like that. Yeah, they're all high metal ones, which nice. Now I could go there, but there's no point. That's just a moon that you can land on. That'd be a nice moon by the look of it. So let's wait for this one to finish at high metal. Okay, so we're going to jump to the next system with this in mind. See if this actually works. I might have to turn on planets and moons, which I don't want to, if I can help it.
4, 3,
because
2,
I don't want to go onto planets
engage.
that are worthless, like the rocks. They should have it, planets, moons that you could scan that are not rocks. Like if they're a rocky or icy one, I would have another function on there. I'd have rocky, icy planets, basically worthless ones. You don't. That's like the asteroid belts thing. They are worthless when you're exploring. And then you'd have ones that you could target specific even types of things. I don't think this is going to work, because that's all going to be suns. Might be one planet there. And you can be surprised at what you find just in that one planet sometimes. Unexplored, unexplored, and yes. Oh, somebody else has been here before me. Not to that one. Oh, maybe too far to go to the other ones. Yeah, too far. So let's get some fuel. Don't need that much.
Fuel scooping.
Oh, that's nice. Love to see if you could fly a ship through those craters without going over, like the flares coming up. That would be awesome.
Complete.
And the sight there, it's awesome flying around there or even battling through those things would be cool.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So, let's go to our next destination. I hope they're going to have what I'm after.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
I will probably test this again out with the Gamecaster as well, see what it looks like later. Won't be to tonight, but next time I do a live video, I will test out with Gamecaster again, and this one is going to be crap as well. At the present moment, this setting's running at 1920 by 1080 at 60 frames per second, and it's 28% chance. And unexplored. Let's have a look how far the other one's away. Oh, that one I can explore.
Fuel scooping.
I'm not really worried. I'll get fuel. I always like to fill up.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
We'll eventually find this nebula. I have to admit, the new layout of how you put the weapons and information like that is okay. It gives you more information and stuff like that, but I think I like the old system as well because it just has one line straight down, but I like the new system. That does break it up a bit more, which is, could be annoying. Could be annoying because you don't be able to draw as fast as before. There'd have to be a speed test done on it to see which one to do faster. You kidding me? There's only freaking suns. I want to test the theory out, but there's only suns I've been coming across. And 19 clicks. I'll lock it in and see if we can get to it. It's over there. Might be able to scan it from here.
Fuel scooping complete.
That's okay. The other one.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So there we go. See how big it is. We might be too far. Yep. Not gonna worry about that one.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, we've got 9 jumps to go, and I'm hoping there's some planets gonna be here. Unless it hides them. but the ping should pick up everything,
4, 3,
regardless if it's hidden or not.
1. Engage.
So it should pick up the asteroid belts. Even if I turn it off, it should pick up the asteroid belts as well when I click the ping. So, and when I go into the system map, it should show me everything that's unidentified. So I hope it doesn't make it so you. Yeah, I don't think it does, but. Oh, 8 new items. Yay! Okay, let's have a look at these planets. These are all going to be that. No, doesn't sound right. You can sometimes you can hear them if you're
Fuel scooping.
Oh, that's useless. Where's the sun? Where's the other sun? This is where I just go back and turn it on. We'll have a look how far the other sun is away. I'm not going to worry about those planets. Well, I have not came across a single. No, it's too far away. Not going to bother with that.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I haven't found any black holes yet. I'd like to get a couple, give me a name and a couple of black holes.
Frameshift drive
Well,
charging.
continue on jumping and see what life brings us. And please jump onto my live stream and ask questions, or my YouTube channel, which I have on Twitch advertised as well. Yeah, and if I'm drifting for a particular part of space that you want me to explore somewhere further around another system, please let me know and I'll do so. 19. This is a bit bigger. A bit better. Let's have a look. What have we got here? I know some people get closer to the sun and they do other things and I'll scan it other ways, but I'm quite happy with this setup. Okay, that is no good. See, that's a landable planet. Now that should be taken off the list because it's a rocky landable one. That would not be anything else. Come on, one click. Yeah, I'll scan it just to prove I'm right. It'll be icy, rocky, and that could be a candidate for terraforming, but that could be. But we've pretty much got 1, 2, 3, 4 places here we want to scan. Maybe the sun as well. And we'll scan this one as well, but we'll ignore the rest. We've got to get fuel anyway. Oops, it might help if I turn the orbital lights back on so I can see where everything is.
Fuel scooping complete.
Gotta be careful about that. Sometimes I look down and go, no, it's overheating. It's like, oh, you push down instead of up.
Disengaged.
I really want to come across a planet called Planet Bacon. Now that would be awesome. Let's say it looked like bacon. Now that would be better. I have still got 7 more jumps to go. Okay, so the next closest one is going to be 4,000 light seconds away. Which we'll target and we'll have a look. We'll go towards the general direction and we'll have a look which one it's actually going to direct us to. If you're going to direct us to the ones we want to go to, then yes. So you want one that Actually, before, yeah. So you said the filters here, right? I can set asteroids off, planets and moons. I'd have two options of planets and moons. One that say icy planets and rocky planet. Icy moons and rocky ones have that there. Then have the normal ones which you can terraformable or high middle ones. Now let's have a quick look. Oh, it's scanning this one already. Okay, so let's quickly go have a look where it's picked this, and we want to look at that other little planet anyway since it's scanning that. I was picking the sun, and that was an icy body, as I expected. So we're going to go into there, and then hopefully it'll take us to these ones. I don't think it might not scan that one because it's technically a null and void one. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more things to scan. Let's have a look. Let's drift away towards that one. We're 3,000 light seconds away. And we'll have a look on the system map of how many is left to explore. And we've got 2, 4, 6, but that doesn't count that one because it doesn't exist. Now, if you change that one around, set filter, and we'll include asteroids and moons. So now, let's have a look at this one. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's the closest one still, so I don't know which one's that one targeting. And I should have checked that when I was in that map. I didn't think about doing that. Well. I'm getting a bit tired now. That's targeting that one. We don't want to go there. We want to go there. So that's the only thing I find that's slightly annoying. So it's targeted that one there, which is too far away. We want to go to this one. And then we want to go to these ones, which should be 3, 4, 3. Yeah, they're actually... Which is going to be annoying because you can't then rely upon that. See how that's there? Which way do I go? Do I go down this way? Or do I go from the bottom? Which I'm finding it's good and bad, that filter. As I said before, you want to have the filter, so if it's an icy or rocky one, you want to have a separate filter for those ones, right? That one's going to be a metal rich one, so you want to have another filter for that. Now, it's easy to put into their place. You just put planet/moon metal rich, or even terraformable metal rich, or water worlds. You could, if they can do it, set it up so you can block out the major clusters. You can actually probably fine tune that again, so you can actually set it up so all you want to see is, say, terraformable planets in a system. Alright, so when you come in there, you ring your dinner bell and you click on there here and you say, well, there's only terraformable ones that show up, and that's where you go to. And you could possibly have like 100 odd planets in there, but there might only be 5 or so terraformable or water worlds or something like that. You might want to click. That would be better. I know it'd be a bit more messy how some people would call it, but I think that would be better as for exploration, for true people who really want to go out there exploring, because they can fine tune it to what they want to look for and to see how that goes. Now, I was looking at one of the new hood things, which reads out, like you get to read out the galaxy, what's it called, the galaxy news and stuff like that, which could be useful, as you'd say, drifting through space. I need a drink of water. But the program doesn't work on windowed. It has to be windowed. I think it was borderless, I said. and it doesn't work on the like a window thing, because this is technically what you see here is your visor, and actually if you look carefully you see some dots that are moving with your head. Now this one people, they brought out the one where you can actually have more information. Now this is going to be interesting. Do I target that one? Let's have a look where we are. Okay, this is where the fine tuning, I think this is they need to do with Elite. See, now it's targeting that one, which is unusual, but we'll go to that one. If I turn it off, it won't show up. Did we explore that one? I target it. Oh well. Let's go try random spots to target, and hopefully we can get them all scanned without too much hassles. So if that's showing there, it's just a matter of let's just have a look at this. It's a high metal content world. Okay. Well, let's keep going to this one, and we'll try to work our way to only capture those ones, because the other ones are going to be useless and money-wise. I think they give you what, 150, which is kind of annoying, because if they gave it so everything gave you a decent profit, it would be better. Right, or you could actually really fine-tune the filters on it, so you only get, say, like Earth-type planets you want to scan, and that's all you want to do. You have those, you have the water worlds, Earth-type ones, so they only show Earth-type ones and water worlds, or terraformable ones, or metal-rich, or high metal. I think we should have, in this time and space, hypothetically, they should have had the technology to do so, because they can travel out here, and you can do the jumps and so forth like that. But I want to have a look at this one, see if it is terraformable as well. Now that would be good if it is terraformable. Gonna go to half. Wait for that to pop up. No, it's not. We've got two more to do. I know they're going to be useless to scan, which is, man, you can't get everyone 100% right. So the one there, that one, maybe this one here, maybe the next one. Just try to find it, because then that'll be right at 1, 2, 3. So I'm thinking that one there. Let's go to that one first. It is closer, and we'll scan that one. Let's slow it down. Let's double check it. I'm just curious, because if I'm counting the calculations right, it should be the next one to scan, and yeah, then we have that one there to scan. Okay. It's just getting into my own head, so when I'm travelling I can fine tune it a lot better. But as I said before, they need to increase those filters, so that when you use them, like, the filters are good. I like it. I like how you can just set what you want. You can ignore stars, you can ignore settlement stations and all that. But I really want the Planet and Moons ones a bit more. There needs to be more in there too, for people who want to explore. They're not too phased about killing people or doing other things like that, but they'd like to explore the universe. And yes, it's going to take probably take almost forever to really explore the universe. We'll only scratch the surface of it. So we'll go back to this one, and on the way there we'll just double check it. Oh. Other people came online, yep, that's the one we want to go to now. So we can ignore everything else. We'll jump to one more system, we'll have a look at it. And then I'll probably call it a night for recording, because it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. But we'll see how we go. I'll probably still a bit more exploring yet, I don't know. I've got 7 jumps, so I might do them tonight. So then I'll mark my destination in ED Discovery. And the new one's going to give it the like a 3-pronged attack. But instead of putting more things in the Discovery, which you have to do now to actually find your location, you only have to put one thing in. So let's go to this other one.
Frameshift drive charging.
We'll just ping the next system and we'll have a look. I'll ring the dinner bell.
Four, 3, 2, 1, engage.
And we're told the colours are going to get better as well. The graphics is going to get a bit of a kick to it. Okay, let's ring this dinner bell. Okay, 2 places, and I got a feeling that's going to be 2 suns. So, and that sun is going to be too far for me to travel to. Yeah, 200 something like this way. Well, we'll go to the next one then.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Wait for the temperatures to drop.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Absolutely beautiful. Uh-oh, I didn't like that moving my head around. Still absolutely beautiful. Okay. Let's ring the dinner bell. Only 1. Ah, great. And yeah, I don't know why, but somehow I tend to do this. Like I'll get close to where my destination is, and there'll literally be nothing. Like just like this stuff of finding nothing. Then when I first start the jump, or halfway through the jump, I get lots of goodies, and then nothing. Ah well.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
It's got 5 more jumps.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Ring the dinner bell.
Fuel
Oh,
scooping.
at 12. Let's have a look what we got in this system. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so we've got probably high, middle, rich planets here and here. Possible terraformable high, middle planet. There'll be another middle, rich or high, middle planet. Useless, 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 and more uselessnesses. But we can't turn off just moons, which is annoying. So let's just go from there. We'll just scan each one until we. We'll just go along and scan them anyway. There's not that many there. Just let the fuel scooping do its thing. Oh, that looks awesome. Except for I'd love to get a ship to fly in the sun and not worry about the heat damage of it. Oh.
Fuel scooping complete.
So if I count. Well, I'm going to include those, aren't we? So let's keep the speed there. With this doing the ping, let's have a look how many planets are wanting. Technically, we can explore. So we've got 2, 4. There's 4 planets we want to explore. Possibly 6. We'll have to include these ones, these 2 moons ones. So probably 6, 7 at the very most. But that I think would be icy planet there. So basically, if we count down 6 ones here, and we just count down 6, should be right. We'll find out as we go along. What I might do is go to one of the ones I think it's going to be terraformable, and we'll go from there maybe. Because I want to end this video soon. Come on, tell us what this is. High metal content world, which I thought it would be. Number 2. This will probably be that moon next to it. Dalton moved it off it, sorry. My fault. Not paying attention. Yep, that's a landable one, which is a moon, I think. So we'll check this number 3 and we'll see how we're treading. Okay, let's speed there. We'll just have a look how we're going to be treading through the water as we're drifting towards this place. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 so far. Have a look. Yeah, and this one here is maybe the only terraformable one. If it's not terraformable, I'll probably 4 jumps after end the video and either continue on tonight by myself or continue on tomorrow sometime because I am a bit tired. We'll stand up and we'll walk into our space cabin and go to sleep. I wonder what if you could do that in game. That would be interesting. You can tell the computer, the AI, to program each one of these ones you want to say explore, and so the ship will then go to each one of these locations and explore, and then to like log out, and you can technically go to your ship. Now, what the hell just happened there? Oh, I don't know what's happening, but I'm going to have to stop this broadcast. My name is King Admiral Commander Black Dragon Double Elite signing off. Thank you again for watching my videos, and all comments are welcome. Okay. Maybe I recorded it too long. I don't know. Have I lost internet? Nothing seems to want to work. That works, but why not this? Oh, Control Alt Delete maybe. Start stopping programs now. Wow, that doesn't even want to show. Okay, something's definitely wrong here. Okay. This is gonna annoy me.